Rudy here from Take a Bath Productions. Today we're going to be setting up this Smart Control Pro 5-device remote control made by One For All. This is a really cool remote because, in my opinion, it uses the best of both worlds. Me, I like to take the remote out of the box and program in the codes and it's ready to go. You don't have to fool with your phone and downloading an app and all that stuff. Well, this remote will do that, and it'll also use the app to do more complicated things, and I'll show you how to do that here in a little while. But right now, we're going to start off with the easy way. The simple set is if you have some major brand names, like 10 different major brand names, Sony, Sharp, whatever, you can easily get on the road with that. I have a Vizio TV here we're going to be showing, and I'm going to show you how to do the simple set here. So if you look in the book under simple set, it shows all the device categories, the 5 different ones, and there's also 10 different brand names under each device category. I'll provide a list of this at the end of the video so you can pause it on that and see if you have one of the major device brands. But under TV, we're going to be working with a Vizio, so Vizio is code number 3. So to get that to work, press and hold your setup button. Okay, we're on set-top box mode right there. All right, it stayed on. Now we want to go over to TV, so press Devices, Devices. Now we're back on TV. Now you want to press and hold 3 while you're pointing it at the TV, and hold it there until the TV turns off. There it went. Once you let go, it saves the code. So if you don't have all the functionality on your code, theoretically you could keep holding 3 down and the TV will turn off and turn back on and all that stuff. But if it doesn't work on the first try on simple set, you're better off to input the codes. That's just my opinion. So let's go ahead and do that. Same thing, press and hold setup. We're already on TV, but if you're working with something other than a TV, keep pressing the device button until you get to where you want it. And the code for Vizio is 00201. All right? TV light flashed and went out. Now, I think that was the 3rd Vizio code I tried. The first 2 didn't work, so same thing. You'll want to go down the list until you find the one that does work. So this one here works. We have volume, we have menu, and we have back to get out of the menu. So everything works. Let's go ahead and set up a sound bar real quick just so I can show you something different. Same thing, press and hold setup. Moving this over to audio. And I have a Bose sound bar. The code is 04646. All right, so on, off, volume works, everything works the way it should. Turn that back off. So you would do any of your other devices exactly the same way. All right, so moving on. So another thing that we can do on the remote itself without the app is to set up an activity. There's 3 activities here available to us: watch TV, watch a movie, or listen to music. Each activity has some different combinations depending on what devices you want to use. Right now, I'm going to show you how to do 1. We're going to watch TV under combination 3, which is just TV and audio. So real quick, same as always, press the setup button till the light stays on. Now we want to set up our activity. So that's watch TV, watch movie, listen to music, watch TV. So remember, TV and audio was combination 3. So just push combination 3. Now what this does is if I need to change the channels, the remote knows that's a TV function, so it's going to use TV. See, watch, change channel under TV. Volume is under audio, right? Anything that's TV related, it knows to do that. Anything that's audio related, it knows to do that. Another cool thing you can do is press and hold the power button for 2 seconds. It'll turn everything off. Pressing and holding for 2 seconds. Pressing and holding again for 2 seconds. Work like a champ. So that's about it for activities. Now, if I didn't mention it before, simply press the activity button to get into your activity. There's only one activity, so that's why it's not changing. And if you want to get out of activities and return the remote to normal operation, just select your device that you want. So that's how you return back. All right, so let's move on to the app. Okay, so the app is called OFA Advanced, One For All Advanced, but it's under OFA Advanced. I've opened up the app, get started. What are we setting up? A Smart 5 Pro. It's kind of self-explanatory at this point right here. All you have to do is hold down devices and activity until your lights start flashing. Like so. Start pairing. We're here under devices right here. Activities. Remember we did the activity earlier with the watch TV. Okay, so let's go back to devices and we'll put in our TV that we did earlier. Okay, so we're going to do a TV. Next. Now what it wants to do is what kind of a device do you want to put under your TV device button. You're not locked in. Just because it says TV, you can program in a streaming media box, a Blu-ray player. It doesn't make any difference. You just have to remember TV is my Blu-ray player, for example. But we're going to go ahead and do a TV under the TV button. Let's click Next. We have a Vizio right here. Okay, you actually have to push power on your phone. So is the button working normally? No. Let's try it again. Okay, it worked that time. Working normally? Yes. TV is on. You get the idea. That's pretty much how it works. It's self-explanatory. It prompts you to do everything. But what I do want to show you is activities. Okay, so I got the Pioneer programmed in there. To set up an activity, these are already programmed in, these two under default. And this TV and audio is the one that we did earlier when we manually did it. But if you wanted to change that, just press the gear icon and you can change that to the different combinations. But we're going to leave that to TV and audio. But let's do the learning real quick, and then that'll be about it. So go ahead and hit learning. Okay, so once you get into learning, it says please select the device and key to program. Now you can only select the ones that you've already programmed in. We've only programmed in a TV and an audio, a Pioneer audio amplifier. But we're going to redo the audio with my Bose remote right here to work with the sound bar, just for the sake of it, to show you in the example. All right, so we'll select the device and key to program. So let's say we want to program volume up. Hit next. So on your corresponding remote, press volume up. Okay. Learn next key. Volume down. Next. Volume down. Learn next key. Let's go with mute. Mute. Learn next key. Let's do power. Next. Power. That's it. Very simple and a very useful feature for the times when your buttons aren't working, but you do have the original remote. Okay, so we have our key mover. Kind of works similarly to the learning. Select the device and the key to program. I'm not going to move any of my keys because I like them where they're at. Volume lock. Please select the volume lock channel. All right, we want to lock it to our audio. Yes, I do. Okay, so now it's locked to audio. Very simple, right? All right, so that's about it, guys. I actually found the app pretty useful. A lot of times the app is finicky and it doesn't want to connect, but it really didn't give me any trouble, and it was kind of helpful. I still like to put in codes and do it the old way, but this one has the best of both worlds. If you have any questions, comment below, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.